Okay, Shalom Akim. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim Har Hakwadash. Double honors to the Apostles' Great Millstone, and peace and salutations to all the Akim who are tuning into these videos. Alright, so this is going to be a quick video because, as you've been paying attention, according to the body, the members of the Great Millstone, we were all pretty much reading this article. It's posted on RT, and the title says YouTube to ban hateful videos with supremacist content. And this is going to just be a quick video. I'm going to speak on what the article says and bring a few precepts. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and read the article. It says YouTube has updated, so-called updating its hate speech policies and will now ban videos with supremacist content. One thing too is, once you get into this truth, you realize that you're a Hebrew Israelite. You realize that you're supreme. You're, superior to anything else. As if you guys have been watching that movie Brightburn, that's what that little boy. That's what he said to the therapist. He just felt superior towards everybody else. So continue on. It says, as well as clips promoting certain conspiracy theories. One thing too, because the so-called white man, he's in charge of the world. So anything that anybody else says to him, he doesn't regard it. Like how we say that the so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans and the confusion of faith scattered throughout the world are the real Hebrew Israelites. He's going to label that as a conspiracy theory, because Esau, he knows how a dinosaur sounds, but we don't have the credentials to back up what we're claiming. But we're claiming that through the Spirit, and because it's true. You don't need evidence to prove that, anyways. So continue on the article. It says the company, a subsidiary of Google, announced the clamping down on hateful content in the blog post on Wednesday. The company had already restricted commenting and sharing features on similar videos in 2017, but the new ban goes one step further. Today, we're taking another step out in our hate speech policy by specifically prohibiting videos alleging that a group is superior in order to justify discrimination, segregation, or exclusion. Read the blog post. And so the yuppie, or I don't know if that's the word, the patsy boy, pretty much that they got for this whole thing is this guy named Steven Crowder. I believe this guy's an Edomite, and he pretty much talks about white nationalism on his little YouTube channel. I don't know much about it. Other brothers are probably more privy to who this guy is, but pretty much he's, so-called alt-right. But the thing is, though, is Esau has already been taking down our videos. He's been sneak taking them down, but then he'll come out and point out this information to make it look like now he's just starting to do it to take down these so-called white supremacist videos down. But he's been taking down Great Millstone videos, since Great Millstone got on YouTube. All right, so continue on. It says YouTube's insistence that it will ban all forms of supremacist videos in all forms, not just Edomite supremacists, Hebrew Israelite supremacists can be banned. So the video stands in contrast to a similar policy changing at Facebook, which decides to exclusively ban white nationalism and white supremacist content, seemingly ignoring similar content from, for example, black separatists. When they're saying black separatists, like they're grouping up a whole bunch of people, but pretty much they're also grouping up, the so-called black Hebrew Israelites. And they're saying that only white nationalists are getting targeted. Well, that's a damn lie, because like I said, members of Great Millstone have had their videos taken down countless times and for years, for pretty much a decade. It says all radical Zionist movements. Nevertheless, YouTube presents videos that promote or glorify Nazi ideologies as an example that would break its new rules. In addition to these changes, YouTube said it will reduce the spread of content that does not outright violate its policies but comes right up to the line. The company said that the borderline content included flat earth conspiracy videos and of phony science videos. Yes, because this is Esau. Nice picture too. Is Esau pretty much. We tell him, certain things according to the scriptures, like the flood that in the book of Exodus happened. That's according to Esau. That's a phony science. That's a phony science video. So if you do a video about the flood, you're a phony. You're pretty much in the same bucket as a flat Earth conspiracy. Because Esau is the one who says what happens. Because this is his reign right now. All right, so those phony science videos will be dropped from viewers' recommendations and replaced with videos from authoritative sources. So you're gonna have Edomite sources, like anything about so-called Black Hebrew Israelites. Vocab Malone is gonna be, the go-to authoritative source. It says a move that will surely rankle free speech advocates and those who already accuse the site of bias. Finally, we will remove content denying that well-documented violent events like the Holocaust, the Jake knows, like the Holocaust or in the shooting at Sandy Hook Elementary took place. The post continued. YouTube was one of the several tech giants that booted Infowars Alex Jones from the sites last August, much to the dismay of conservatives and free speech activists. And Alex Jonesberg, he's juiced in. There's no way a figure like him is doing what he's doing without having a seat in the elite circle. See, I don't know exactly what seat he has, but pretty much, the only way you can go to the Grove over there, the Bohemian Grove, is you have to be a member. There's no other way to it. So he's not some renegade Edomite doing the right thing, because that guy's a juiced-in Edomite. All right, so real quick, this because this whole what it pretty much is, it's the famine of the word, but in an Edomite perspective, it's them cracking down on so-called fake news, because pretty much it's order out of chaos. Because like these white supremacist videos, like Steve Crowder, he's pretty much juiced in. Like he's getting paid regardless. He's just put in a play, an act, and then people believe it, and then he gets banned on YouTube, so that the elites have it more easily be like it's more easy for them to ban so-called white nationalists and so-called black nationalist videos. So pretty much they're basically, because they're already doing it, they're already taking our videos down, but with them making it so that they got so-called white people getting their videos taken down, then when they take out so-called black people's videos, they get taken down as well. The mundane, they won't question that, because they see it as this was the first guy who got targeted pretty much, but we've been targeted ever since we got on YouTube. Because it's order out of chaos. It's their whole little, it's their way of fighting back, but in reality, they're just fulfilling prophecy of the famine of the word. All right, so real quick, I'm just gonna read this article because you get the gist of it. It says, "Fake news, a bigger threat than terrorism," poll finds, but what exactly is it? So a new poll has found that more Americans feel threatened by the creation and spread of fake news and misinformation than terrorism, violent crimes, or illegal immigration. As for who creates the fake news, that's up for debate. Half of all Americans see made-up news as a bigger problem that other video security issues, a Pew Research Center poll published Tuesday has found. Though drug addiction and affordability of healthcare remain the biggest issues of the American consensus, made-up news and information, fake news, beat out violent crimes, climate change, racism, illegal immigration, and terrorism in the survey. So you got this survey right here. Of course, because all of Babylon, you see a whole bunch of homeless Edomites shooting up heroin in their veins. It doesn't matter what Middle America, East Coast, West Coast. You're gonna see that when you come here to America. But pretty much, like because this is 70%, but I don't know how this chart is numbered, but pretty much fake news is up there. Like the mundane are more worried about fake news as opposed to actual terrorist attacks, illegal immigration, and racism. All right, so I'm just gonna get into the precepts. All right, so because this whole thing is just prophecy being played out, a famine of the word, because it's already been happening. It's gonna happen more and more. It's gradually happening. All right, so there's Amos 8:11. All right, so it's Amos 8:11. Behold, the days come, saith the Lord Yahweh power, that I will send a famine in the land, not a famine of bread, nor a thirst for water, but of hearing the word of the Lord Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai. And they shall wander from sea to sea, and from the north even to the east. They shall run to and fro to seek the word of the Lord Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai, and shall not find it. In that day shall the fair virgins and young men faint for thirst. Yeah, because right now is the grace period. You're supposed to be, getting right, studying, because during Jacob's trouble, you're not gonna be rely on a camp or a YouTube video to bring you back in the spirit, so to speak. You're gonna need you like right now is the time for you to gather the oil for the wedding. All right, so I'm gonna read the parable in Matthew 25, starting at the top. Then shall the kingdom of heaven be likened unto 10 virgins, which took their lamps, and went forth to meet the bridegroom. And 5 of them were wise, and 5 of them were foolish. They that were foolish took their lamps, and took no oil with them. But the wise took oil in their vessels with their lamps, while the bridegroom tarried. They all slumbered and slept. And at midnight there was a cry made, Behold, the bridegroom cometh, go ye out to meet him. Then all those virgins arose and trimmed their lamps. And the foolish said unto the wise, Give us of your oil, for our lamps are gone out. But the wise answered, saying, Not so, lest there be not enough for us and you, but go ye rather to them that sell, and buy for yourselves. And while they went to buy, while they went to buy, the bridegroom came, and they that were ready went in with him to the marriage, and the door was shut. Afterward came also the other virgins, saying, Lord, Lord, open to us. But he answered and said, Verily I say unto you, I know you not. Watch therefore, ye know neither the day nor the hour wherein the Son of Man cometh. Because this is pretty much Jake's a procrastinator. That's like if I don't, that's not the right way of saying it. But they'll put off things. Like we'll pretty much go out there to the highways and hedges, tell them this is the grace period, and then you got to get ready because while you're able to get ready, because if not, there's a missile with your name on it. Jake's gonna say, oh well, those missiles they ain't gonna come for another 500 years. Like they really don't, like they really think that America's got 500 years or something. Lord's will 10 years, or even less. All right, so this is Jeremiah 16:16. Behold, I will send for many fishers, saith the Lord Yahweh power, and they shall fish them. And after will I send for many hunters, and they shall hunt them for every mountain and from every hill, and out of the holes of the rocks. All right, so pretty much, what this precept is bringing out is that right now what we're doing, during our grace period is we're fishing for the elect. We're trying to get as many people for this marriage, so that we can gather the oil, this knowledge, so that we're ready for the marriage. But there's gonna become a time where we're not gonna need to gather, like our lamp oil is gonna be full, and then that time of the wedding is gonna happen. And when that time is going to happen, we're not going to be virgins. We're going to, bid to the marriage. So that we're not going to be fishers anymore. We're going to become hunters. All right, so this is Luke 21:12. But before all these, they shall lay their hands on you and persecute you, delivering you up to synagogues and into prisons, being brought before kings and rulers for my name's sake. And this precept is going into the whole thing about the famine of the word, because, the men at Great Millstone, they got a target on their head, because why else would they be targeted for with this whole thing about it's like I forget the word, like because they're targeting us. I'll give it to them. They got some white supremacists on their ranks, so-called black separatist groups, but they're targeting us for specific reasons, because we're the men of the Lord, Yahweh Ratazat that we are, and that we endure to unto the end, and that we're of that number of the hopefully elect. But nonetheless, Esau, he sees it as a carnal way, and he's just trying to get as many so-called black Hebrew Israelites as he can. So he's right now during the famine of the word, he's going to start shutting each and every video down until the whole internet gets shut down, and then he's going to start gunning us down. All right, so this is Revelation 2:10. Fear none of those things which thou shalt suffer. Behold, the devil shall cast some of you into prison, that ye may be tried, and ye shall have tribulation 10 days. Be thou faithful unto death, and I will give thee a crown of life. Yeah, because the whole thing about right now is the grace period. We're going to be able to learn how to lean on Yahweh B'Hashem Yahweh Shai. Once we have that understanding of leaning on Him, like during Jacob's trouble, we're gonna 100% lean on Him. Like right now, you gotta wake up and go to work. You're still leaning on Yahweh B'Hashem Yahweh Shai, but you gotta deal with all this other nonsensical stuff, these distractions. But during Jacob's trouble, there's not going to be distractions except for, the things that are like, Jacob's trouble, like martial law. All right, so this is the last precept is Isaiah 33:6. And wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy times and strength of salvation. The fear of the Lord Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shai is his treasure. All right, so that precept pretty much sums it up. I really don't have to break it down because, like I said, like it says, the strength of salvation is during Jacob's trouble. We're gonna need to be saved out of it. The strength of salvation is the fear of the Heavenly Father Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shai. And the only way you would be afraid of him is if you're actually ministering under him. So at this end of this video, I'll give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shai Bahashim Harokakwadash. And just pay attention because these videos are going to get taken down. And if Jake was paying attention, I was being circumspect with how I say things. I'm not over here cursing out the NW or the Amalekites. I'm being circumspect because Esau knows what's going on. So we got to supplant them to the best of our ability so that we can because it's not completely like the famine of the word. The internet's not shut down. So we got to be we got to supplant this until the famine of the word is in a full 100% effect. All right, I just want to say that through the spirit. All praise, honor, glory to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim, Rakakwadash, and Shalom, Makim.